What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the release after a month. Okay, it's been
Yeah.
stressful. We had work, preps for university. I've got the U of T. Jordan's got the York sweater on, man.
Oh,
Just literally at the end of this week, this is our last week of summer, and then we are officially like university students here,
sir.
doing our programs and stuff. I'm in journalism and UTSC, and Jordan's in psychology at York. It's a massive step for the both of us, but you know what? We can handle it because we got radios and stuff that we can get on and we can expand. And trust me, these are our years, bro. Don't think that just because we're going to university and stuff that we're stopping. We're maybe a little slower, but trust me, we'll still get the good content out for you guys. But
Sure.
without further ado, we might as well get on to the 79th episode. All right. We're slowly approaching 100. Okay. We're 21 episodes away from 100. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, share, post notifications, all that if you want to get updated. And if you want to let us know what you want us to do for our 100th episode, all right? Trust me, the 100th episode will be special. I'm already plotting things in my head, all right? I got it all sort of figured out. But I want your guys' opinion. So I want you guys to comment, DM me, email me, do any of that stuff. You can find that all in the comment section or in the description, sorry. And just let me know what you guys want to see and we'll do it for you. But like I said, without further ado, let's get into what we're talking about today. So today we have a music / basketball episode for you today. All right. So we're going to
Yep.
start it off with the music. All right. JID just dropped an album. And oh my God, it's incredible. And we didn't get to talk about Joey's. So we'll talk about JID and Joey's and where they rank. So first off, quick review of the albums on my part. JID's album's a 10, in my opinion. There's been a
I
lot of
agree.
10 out of 10s this year. There's been a couple 11s out of 10s, 12s out of 10s. For example, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That just surpasses all expectations. Um, and then you have Joey's album, which is just lyrical genius and like just chill the entire time. A solid 8, 9. So Jordan, what do you have to say about these albums and where do they rank for you for the albums that have dropped so far?
Man, I guess we start with Joey's album first. It's a bit older, but you get time to review it.
Of course.
It's a dope album. I think the score I gave it was around like a high 8, so a really great album. Some incredible songs like Survivor's Guilt.
Mm,
It's one of the best songs of the year.
great
I'm
song.
gonna say that, yeah. Other songs make me feel brand new 9/11 with that West Gun verse that was
Oh
fire.
my, West Gun is so underrated, man.
The entire crew's underrated.
Pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
Griselda in general.
I mean, they're going to be, because we're going to talk about where these albums rank. There's
Yeah.
going to be a couple of these dudes on my list. So I think at least 2 of them.
I've yet to listen to a few albums and I still gotta, but for like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great album. Again, there's a lot of really good songs. Production's great. His flow is great. JID's feature was also great too.
Oh,
That's another good one.
when I heard GID on that, I got so happy, bro.
Yeah. The only like again strong points. Survivor's Guilt. That song's awesome. Brand New 9/11. Make Me Feel. Zip Codes. Show Me. Want to
Yep.
Be Loved.
Yep.
Head High. Those are all great songs. The only weak point that I have is that Chris Brown track does not fit with the album.
I
And,
was that was a point that I was gonna bring up as why it's not ranked higher.
yeah, because it's not that it's a. I mean, to be honest, to me, it's a mediocre song, but has no business being on this album. It's so completely
It's
of
out of
Joey.
place. It's out of
It's out of
place.
place. This isn't, and it's not his lane. Joey Badass isn't that type of artist who makes that type of music, and he shouldn't stick. He shouldn't be doing that. But when he's on his A game, he's on his A game. So
Yeah, it was a little weird. For me, my favorite songs were just literally like the first 5 songs are all my favorite. I love the intro with Diddy. I
yeah,
love that the piano. So there's the baddest, make me feel, where I belong, brand new 911, like you said, and cruise control, and even all of them, like then you have zip codes, uh, like you said, survivor's guilt. It was an incredible album. Um, very chill, very lyrical. I had to listen to it a couple times, just like I did with Lupe's album,
mhm.
just to like fully understand what he was saying. And it's like it's
What do you think
incredible.
about? He has a line on Badass where he says that him, Kendrick, and Cole are the best MCs.
Yeah, I heard
Shots
that,
fired.
and I
Shots fired at Drake. Shots fired.
first of all, I heard that, and like it
That's a,
went
that's
well with
that's
the song, and in
that's
the
a great
moment,
song.
right? And in the moment, I was like, hell yeah! And then I think about it, I'm like, Joey, you're so wrong.
I have him I have to pick in terms of the generation, I have him like fifth. Obviously, Kendrick and Cole go first.
Of course.
I would have Drake over him.
Yeah.
I would have Freddie Gibbs over him because to me he has way
Ooh.
more.
Ooh.
Yeah, to me he has way more stronger albums. Like
I haven't
Alfredo.
listened to enough Freddie Gibbs to
Yeah,
say that.
I will say yeah. You got to go check out Alfredo.
Oh,
Pinata.
you've been recommending that album for time, yo. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta check that one out for sure.
Pinata is really good. Bandana is really good. Yeah, to me he's made more great albums than Joey. And as much as I like Joey, the only thing is he doesn't have as much classics as the other people I just named
Yeah,
have.
true.
So, but yeah, I mean, he could say that. There's a an interesting Drake shot because I mean,
Yeah.
that's a shot at Drake because
You and even if he didn't intend it to be like, bro, if for the fact that you're not mentioning Drake's name in that, like, come on, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Drake was rapping better than Joey when he was on Degrassi. Okay, like you've gotta just. I understand he's like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, like we're the best. Like he had Puff Daddy on there, like take that, take. I like,
yeah.
but even Puff knows that he's
You
not
know
the
what I
best.
think it
Like,
is? It's because this is Drake's downfall right now.
yeah,
No, it's easier now to
yeah,
it's easier now because I'm not gonna lie. Up until 2018, like I always thought Kendrick was better than Drake. To me, that was never a conversation that was ever in my mind because I listened to Kendrick Cole and Drake a lot.
yeah,
Kendrick and Drake to me was never a conversation. But I ain't gonna lie, up until 2018, Cole and Drake was debatable up until Cole started being more consistent and then Drake kind
yeah,
of just fell off because Drake was going back to back to back for classics. He had three back to back classics.
yeah. It's true. For me, it's just like I don't know. Drake's always come third in that, and in terms of our generation and stuff, I don't even think Joey makes a Mount Rushmore. Like,
Yeah,
because
I said
Mount Rushmore is
I have him
four. Like,
fifth. I said I have him fifth. So
who do you have fourth? I think you'd have like
I have Freddie Gibbs
you'd have
fourth.
Freddie Gibbs in terms of your Mount Rushmore. I'd probably have like someone like Tyler or something like that.
Yeah, Tyler. I'll say this: if Tyler keeps on making one, two more albums of the last few, yeah,
Come
he
on,
could
bro.
definitely get there.
Come on, man. He just drops nonstop bangers. But for me, yeah, like I was saying earlier, Kendrick and Cole have never been like a debate for me in terms of Drake. They've always been one and two. And up until this year, Kendrick and Cole were fluctuating one and two, one and two, one and two. And the majority of the time I had J. Cole one. But
Mm-hmm.
at this point, man, I gotta admit it, yo, Kendrick is so much of a better rapper than him. He's so much of a better rapper. And
I
trust me,
know,
I love J. Cole.
I know,
Like,
yeah.
ask anyone, yo, but Kendrick's different. Kendrick's different.
To me,
It's like
Kendrick's always been different. I don't know, just something, you listen to Kendrick music, it's
it's
different.
genuine art, bro. And
Yeah.
you could say the same thing about a lot of rappers' music. Like, yes, it's art, but the way Kendrick does stuff, like the other day I was listening to Duckworth, like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, what?
Like his music, it rivals like the greatest rappers of all time, and that separates him from everybody else in the generation. Because like
Yeah,
J.
man.
Cole's great, but like but Kendrick's on the level of
Yeah.
the greatest to ever do it. Like he's on
Yeah.
that level of people like Jay-Z, Eminem, Biggie, Nas. He's on that
Yeah.
caliber. I
I, mo-
mean,
I moved Kendrick up. I recently saw Kendrick at Air Canada Center or what is it now? The Scotiabank Arena.
yeah.
I moved him up to fourth all time.
Mm,
I got him ahead of Eminem and Tupac right now.
okay, that's dope. I have him at five. I moved him in front of Pac.
Yeah.
I'll say if he drops one more album, man, if he drops one more album, the quality of Mr. on the Big Steppers, he's in the GOAT combo. He,
I and I hate to admit it. I hate to admit it because I like my first three are Nas, Biggie, and Jay Z. But if Kendrick drops another album that's equal to this or even better than this,
mhm.
you
I ain't gonna lie,
really gotta address him with
that's
four
my
letters,
first
yo.
three as well. That's my first three as well because
Yeah, bro.
it's changed over time. Like I think I have Nas number one now, which I didn't have when my
Yeah.
list. Yeah, and then I think I have Iggy or Jay Z second. There you go.
Yeah.
Then I have Eminem fourth, and then I have Kendrick at 5, but
Yeah.
Kendrick makes another album.
Yeah, man.
He's under.
Okay, so then here's the thing. Say if Kendrick drops Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers equivalent, and then Nas drops something equivalent to either Magic or King's Disease 2. Well, who do you think is?
Well, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like Nas to me, he's kind of far ahead from everybody else until
Yeah,
either Jay-Z or Kendrick or like one of those guys makes an album of that caliber. Because to me,
yeah.
King Disease 2 and Magic, they're two top 10 albums, rap albums of that year. So I
Oh,
mean,
easily.
like I don't.
I don't think that's a discussion. I don't think that should be a debate.
And honestly, looking back at it, he was the best rapper that year if we're talking about quality of music. Because
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, and he's not even in his prime. This is his third prime right now.
I was about to say, like, he's far out of his prime. His prime was when he was 16. Like,
This
come
isn't
on.
the mid '90s or even the early 2000s.
His prime was Illmatic and It Was Written. And then he dropped several other incredible bangers for a second prime, and now he's just living in his
Yeah,
third, fourth, fifth prime, you know. So it's just,
yeah. This is his third prime.
yeah, it's he's killing stuff, man. Uh Now on to JID's album. Have you listened to it?
Bro, I've listened to it a good 2-3 times.
I've listened to it 4 times already. I can't
Uh,
get enough of it.
I'm gonna lie, yeah, I think I've listened to it 3 times. So anybody that knows me, I don't like to hand out tens. But when
He
I
doesn't.
when I
He's
hear a
tough
10,
with the
bro,
tens. He hasn't even given
bro,
get a God's a 10, you.
hey, but when I hear a 10, when I hear a 10 like that blew my expectations, bro. Like just everything.
Like,
This album is amazing.
oh my goodness. It's I can't fathom because there's barely any features on it, and there's 3 big features. There's a Lil Wayne feature, a Lil Durk feature, and a 21 feature. But then you have, and then I'm gonna list some names. Jordan and I know who they are, and then you also have Yassine Bey, who some might know as Most Def.
His feature was
His feature
fire.
is incredible. So he has a Most Def feature as well. But then Jordan and I might know who these guys are, but a lot of people won't know. So they have John Austin, they have Ravine Lene, who else? Aaron Allen Kane, Baby Tate. Like he has a lot of no-name guys on here.
Who else is he? He has Ari Lennox.
Oh
Her
yes,
chorus. Oh my lord, hey, that's one of my favorite features on the album.
yeah.
But
No.
if I had to pick a favorite feature though, Earth Gang
Oh my
favorite.
God, Earth Gang doesn't miss.
No, they don't.
They don't miss, bro. Earth Gang is so good. I don't understand how they keep doing it. I love them. I love them so much, and they're so underrated. Kenny
Yeah.
Mason had an incredible feature, 2 incredible features, one on
Yeah.
Dance Now, one on Just in Time. Kenny Mason is very underrated. I'm so happy that he's working with Dreamville. He's not. I don't. Is he signed yet or no?
Ooh, I don't know.
Regardless, all I'm saying is Dreamville knows how to put out some artists, man. Especially their female artists. Yo, their female artists are the most underrated artists in the damn game because they're better than any female artist out right now. And I'll stand by that point, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Dreamville and Griselda, they're the 2 best labels right now. So
Easily. And they're healthy labels. You don't hear no complaints about them.
yeah. Like TDE used to have like Kendrick's former label. They used to be running stuff a few years ago because
Yeah, like TDE, SOB.
Because that's when they had Kendrick in his prime, Schoolboy Q in his prime.
People don't know. Yeah, I was about to say people don't know about Schoolboy Q.
They don't know about Blank Face like that. When Isaiah Rashad was more prominent in making music,
yeah,
that was his peak too. When SZA was on their album, when Absol was on their album,
yep.
J Rock, that label was on. They were running stuff, and then
TDE was insane.
They were
insane.
Different. They were different.
Had them, and then you also have like the big names like All Def and stuff like that. But
yeah, but they were different. Yeah, Prince of JID's album, this is a 10. Production's amazing. Every feature killed it. I mean, the weakest feature I could point to was Little Durk's. His feature was great, but
it was good.
All the other features were amazing.
It like canceled them out.
Yeah, Content Matter is incredible in the story. Storytelling.
Bro, Brother them and Sister them, bro. Oh my God. Okay,
oh my Lord.
Let me tell you something, okay? So, one of my favorite songs is Sister them.
Yep. I wrote that down too. That's
And I'm like, okay, let me just click into the lyrics real quick. A
just another dope
6 minute
song.
song.
Crack music. Oh no, crack
Crack
sandwich.
Sandwich was insane,
Oh my.
bro. Okay. So first of all, JID shouts out all of his siblings, insists on them, and brother them, insists on them. It's
Yeah.
insane. And one of my favorite part is when they're talking about how his sister got punched in the face by a bouncer, and then they just whooped his ass. Like I could picture it. I could picture
Yeah.
it. And then they have the clip of his sister at the end talking shit. That's like incredible. Oh my goodness. Yeah, JID is just incredible. There's nothing else that I can say besides this album is stupendous. So all this being said,
Mhm.
where do you have it ranked overall right now?
Um.
JD's album and Joey's.
All right, man. But one thing I will say before going into that, this album has put JID into the best rapper of the year conversation.
Easily.
Because it's not just this album. You have to think about all of his work on all of his the Dreamville verses were fire. Earth Gang verse was fire. We talked about the verse on Joey's album. He dropped a bunch of other singles too. Like you can make an argument he's the best rapper of 2022. Like,
You know what? I think he's on my Mount Rushmore.
for
I
this year,
I think
year. Oh,
from my time, like I got JID, Cole, Kendrick, and
mm.
Drake.
You know what? I could see that.
Cause I love him so much, bro.
Yeah, he's dope. But in terms of where I have them, Mr. Mo and the Big Steppers still number one.
Valid.
Um,
There's no change in that.
yeah, drill music and Zion, number two for me. I'm not gonna lie. The more I listen to drill music and Zion, the more it gets closer to number one to me.
No,
Bro, it gets better whenever
that's
you listen.
blasphemous.
It gets better whenever you listen. It's still not number one, but like it's close. Then Forever Story by JID.
Yep.
Got it number three. Cheat Codes by Black Thought at number four. You haven't people need to check out that album, man.
I still gotta listen to Cheat Codes.
Yeah.
I still gotta listen to Corner with the Machines. And I still gotta. I'm finishing up that DJ Khaled album.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing features from people like MF Doom, Run the Jewels, ASAP Rocky, Joey Badass.
People don't know about Run the Jewels, yo.
Yeah, they got a stack cast right there. And then number five, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future by Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
Dope album. This is the one that you didn't like, but I liked a lot. Atheos by Billy Woods. Number seven, Tana Talk 4. Number 8, Ghetto Gods. Number 9, Gods Don't Make Mistakes. Number 10, I got 2000.
Valid. For me, I've listened to 8 albums so far. So number 1, I got Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Nothing's overtaken that for me. Now here's the thing. Drill music and Zion, I had a lot of recency bias towards, and it's dropped a lot for me. So you're gonna hear. So number 1, I have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. 2, I have The Forever Story by JID.
Yeah.
3, I got Ghetto Gods. 4, I got Drill Music and Zion. 5, I got Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. 6 is 2000. 7 is Tana Talk 4, and 8 is Atheos. And I'm not gonna lie, the more I listen to Atheos, the more I think it's better than Tana Talk.
It's grown.
Yeah, I was crapping on it in the beginning. If you guys remember that, I was crapping on it. But yo, like the more I listen to it, it's generational trauma. Like it's crazy.
I have it over Tana Talk 4.
Yeah.
Even though Tana Talk 4 is the album I listened to the most, I think, this year.
Yeah, I've given 4 albums on this list of 10 on my list. That's how crazy rap has been for me this year.
Yeah, I think I've given Mr. Roll and the Big Steppers, Drum Music and Zion, Forever Story, and I think I have Cheat Codes at 10, and then 5 through 8 is like borderline. So those are
right. This has been such a good year for rap, man. I'm so happy. But all this being said, it's time to get into the NBA conversations, all right? So we have 2 small things that we're going to talk about. One, I just want to know one player on one team that you are looking forward to seeing in this upcoming season.
Man, one player on one team. I'm interested to see Rudy Gobert on the Timberwolves. I'm excited to see how that fit's going to work. I think they're going to be better than they were last year. So I expect them to really make a push.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Be competitive. I think they're going to make it past the first round. I could see them really competing in the second round, but then just losing to a Western Conference juggernaut. So, what about you, man?
For the player that I want to see next year, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing Lonzo Ball next year. Uh, Back in the day, I used to crap on Lonzo Ball as well. However, his shift to Chicago, his increase on defense, his upping in 3-point shooting and playmaking, his literal ability to go out there and pretty much average a triple double this season is incredible. And the fact that he's going to be healthy coming into the season at 100%, I can't wait to see how he works with the Chicago Bulls and their system with Billy Donovan. In terms from a team, I'm really looking forward to see how the Raptors kind of do everything. And that might just be me being like a Raptors fan, but I'm interested to see how Koloko works with everyone, how he does this pick and roll with Van Vliet. I personally think that not Freddie, but that Scotty can be an all-star this year. I feel like Siakam could do it, and I feel like Freddie could do it as well. We're going to get at least one all-star this year. I feel like that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to see how OG is going to improve along with Gary Trent Jr., both those guys coming off the bench, because I feel like they have no choice but to start Scotty this year. Because if they don't start him this year, then he's just going to be sixth man of the year, but still. But
So
speaking of sixth man of the year.
So who would they bench then? Would they bench both of them, or?
I think they'd have to bench OG, because the starting lineup to me right now was looking like Freddie, Gary Trent Jr., Pascal, Scotty, and then Boucher with OG as your sixth man. Or what you can do, you can run a big lineup, bench Gary Trent Jr., have him as the sixth man, have OG as the small forward or the shooting guard.
I would honestly, I think I would put I would start OG, but
yeah.
But hey, either way though,
either way, it's a killer lineup. We're looking deep again. Nice young team. We're doing good. We're gonna do good this season.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. But like I said six man. So speaking of the awards and stuff like that, I think it's about time that we make our way to early predictions. All right. So what we're gonna list for you guys today is our MVP, DPOY, sixth man of the year, most improved player, rookie of the year, coach of the year. And if we have time, we'll talk about the champs and the finals MVP and stuff like that. Okay. However, right now, let's start it off with just lowest and get all the way up to highest. So I'd say we started off with sixth man of the year. Who do you have
sixth man of the year? I have Reggie Jackson.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
Because he's probably going to be on the bench since John Wall is going to be starting.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are going to be really good. We'll talk about our predictions.
Yeah, we'll talk about them later.
They're gonna be dangerous. They're a scary team.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. I have Kevin Love.
Kevin, he was a close.
He almost got it this year, and I feel like he'll get it this upcoming season.
He was in my runners up.
Yeah. Because he understands that he's now a bench player and that he needs to let the younger guys on the Cavs team develop. So he'll literally be the exact same Kevin Love, just with less minutes. So, he's going to be doing what Kevin Love does, but there's time just coming off the bench. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Moving on. Let's go to most improved player. Who do you think is going to win that?
Man, see, there's a lot of people. I'll give some shouts to people who I thought could finish. Jalen Brunson, since he's going to have all that opportunity on the Knicks.
That's a good way to put it.
There's Keldon Johnson on the Spurs, since, DeJounte Murray's gone. Somebody's going to pick up the scoring.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Edwards is going to take a step.
Valid.
But my actual pick is Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Now, everybody knows how I feel about that Kings trade when we did that episode.
Mm-hmm.
When we traded him to finish 10th for the next 4 years. That's what they traded into.
Oh my goodness.
And he's really good. People sleep on how good Tyrese was, because he immediately came on the Pacers, giving you 20 and 10. So
I was about to say this guy averaged 20 and 10 for the rest of the season.
So I could see him averaging like 25 and 10. I could see him making a major improvement.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, that's my pick.
That's valid. For me, I got Lonzo Ball. I was just hyping him up earlier. Got traded to the Bulls, got injured partway through the season. I feel like this year he can make a massive jump and potentially be an all-star. And if you guys remember, back in the day, for OG fans, Jordan and I had a controversial opinions episode, our first one, and I said that Lonzo Ball could be an all-star. And I still believe that, and I feel like this season is a great season for him to do that. So
I mean, the
that's
Bulls are going to be good.
the Bulls are going to be good, especially with their
long as they're
postseason performances, right? They got some more experience,
As long as they're healthy, though.
of course. Moving on, let's talk about Coach of the Year. Who do you think is going to win Coach of the Year?
All right. So again, I'll do some shout outs again. Eric Spoelstra is one runner up.
Yeah, me too.
He should have 2 or 3 by now, but
That's what I'm saying. He should have won last year and the year before.
He should have won that year where he carried that Heat team with bench players to like a 500 record, but whatever. Ime Udoka, that's another runner up. I think the Celtics are going to be dominant. I think they're going to be the best team in the East in the regular season this year.
Mm-hmm.
Also another one, Steve Kerr. I think the Warriors going to be really good.
Yeah.
But my pick is Ty Lue.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say it. I knew it.
Like last year, he did a great job taking that team to the playing game, where they had no business being in the playing game with their 2 best players being out for damn near the entire season.
They had no business being better than the Kings.
Yeah, but that's what great coaching is. And I said the Clippers, they're going to be different this year. I think they're going to get the job done.
They will be very different this year. I'm not going to lie. Down here, I have written that I don't care if I have the Clippers as the champs. Tyronn Lue is a bad coach, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I hate him so much, man. I just can't get over what he did to those Cavs. But you know what? The more and more I look at it, the more and more I start to agree with Jordan, because like when you think about it, LeBron really is the guy that massacred those Cavs. But that's a conversation for later.
I used to hate Ty Lue too. So, but hey, here's the thing.
He saw the light.
When I see new information, I change my opinion. And I saw new information.
Yeah. No, that's smart.
Hey,
you know what? I'll let this season change my opinion. I'll see how everything works out, and we'll see how it goes. But for me, for Coach of the Year, I have Jason Kidd. I feel like Jason Kidd's going to make a big improvement with the Mavs this year. He already did really good with them last year for the time he was there.
All right, it's just a decent pick. I don't think the Mavs are going to be.
You don't think they're going to be as good, eh?
Yeah, no, I think they're going to.
I think they're
all the teams being healthy.
True. I think they're going to be just as good. If not, they're going to drop like a seed. That's it.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I feel like Jason Kidd could do it. He was already incredible for the Mavs last year, like I said, and he'll probably do the exact same thing this year. He's a very underrated coach, and I'm very happy that he's on the team. Next up, let's talk about Defensive Player of the Year. Who do you have for that?
All right. Again, runners up, Evan Mobley. I think he's going to be a contender.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it. I had Evan Mobley as a runner up as well.
Robert Williams. I think the Celtics are going to be really good. So they're going to be competing for a lot of these awards. And he's the best defender on the team, not Marcus Smart. I don't care if people. He is the best defender on the team, but
yeah,
Marcus Smart is more animated. Bam as always, since Bam is consistent.
Of course.
It's a pretty basic pick, but it's Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, no, it's the safe one to go with, man.
Here's the thing: the narrative fits. He's on a new team. I think the Timberwolves are going to improve defensively a lot, and I think he's going to take the award.
Hey, man, that's a good way to put it. For me, some of my honorable mentions / runner-ups, I got Robert Williams, like you said, Time Lord. I got Jaren Jackson Jr. as a runner-up.
That's a good pick.
Because of his constant presence on the interior and the exterior. Plus, he moves exceptionally well. He's very deserving of the reward. So if it happens, man. I won't be upset. But for the 3rd year straight, I have Bam Adebayo as Defensive Player of the Year. I've been saying it for 3 years, and this year I will get it right, okay? I will continue to predict Bam Adebayo until he wins it, because, my God, he deserves it, okay? He does nothing but improve defensively each year. He keeps continuing to grow, and it's like he's just a sole reason why that Heat defense is so good. Like, of course, you have guys like Jimmy and Victor on the perimeter, but everyone is scared of Bam on the inside. And plus, like, Bam is one of the very few guys that can guard the 1 to 5 consistently. He could do it, because say if Jimmy gets a screen and he gets switched off with Bam can mess around and guard a shooting guard and a point guard on the perimeter, right? It depends on who it is, but that's who I have. Moving on, let's talk about Rookie of the Year. Who do you have as Rookie of the Year? Oh, speaking of which, by the way, Chet Holmgren got injured. You see that? He was guarding LeBron. Who let that kid do that, man?
He needs to bulk up anyways. I'm not. I wasn't a big believer in him, but I hope he gets back and could actually play. But
Jordan and I foresee the future when it comes to rookies, bro.
In terms of runners up, I mean, sometimes we're hit or miss.
Yeah.
But runners up, Keegan Murray from the Kings. He impressed me this summer. like I kind of crapped on that pick, but hey, he
You
looks
did.
to be actually good. So I think he could improve. I mean, there's a lot of points there. Jaden Ivey from the Pistons.
Mhm.
That's another good one. Then Jabari Smith Jr. He's one of the most NBA ready players.
I like
And
that one. Yeah.
but to me, Paulo Banchero. I think he's the best rookie in the class.
Safe pick.
He's the most polished. He's also on a team where he's going to get a lot of opportunity.
Yep.
And again, you have to remember, rookie of the year, they really care about who puts up the most amount of stats. So
Yeah.
he's going to get those stats and he's going to win.
Yeah. That's valid. My two backups are Paulo Banchero and Coloco. I forget his first name, but all I know is his second name, Coloco. I feel like he can branch out and do really well. The Raptors have a very good history of deep picks, and I feel like he could prove himself. But my rookie of the year for this year is Shaden Sharp. Okay, Canadian boy, London, Ontario. All right, I'm very happy that he got picked by the Trailblazers because I feel like that backcourt with Dame and Shaden will be really good. It'll be very poor on the defensive side. I'm not going to lie. However, due to his athleticism plus his 198-pound frame and 6'11 wingspan, there's no way this guy can be an absolute garbage on the defense. Like he should be able to rack up at least 2 steals a game with that. Plus, he's an athletic slasher. He can help Dame in the backcourt. All right. I could see him getting like a solid like 15, 6, and 6. Like he can average that.
That's a good
And
pick.
I
The only reason why I was concerned, again, he's playing next to Dame.
Yeah,
So,
it could drain him out a lot, and that's why I have Paulo Banchero as a backup because if it's not Shaden Sharp, it's gonna be Paulo Banchero.
yeah,
Now moving on to the final award,
big one.
MVP. Who do you have as your way too early MVP?
All right, so I'm gonna put a sleeper pick out there.
Ooh,
So last year my sleeper pick was Paul George.
it was.
I ain't gonna lie. Before he got injured, that pick was looking good because he was in the MVP conversation up until he got hurt. Like that
True.
pick was
Very
looking
true.
real good. But my sleeper pick this year is Trae Young. I think the Hawks have another
Ooh,
all-star caliber player next to them. And I wouldn't be surprised if this team is top 5 in the East. If he puts up crazy numbers like he did last year, I think he's in position to win it. But in terms of
amen.
other people, Giannis,
Of course.
obviously backup. So is Jokic.
Yeah.
Another person I think is Jason Tatum.
Wait, so you have Giannis and Jokic as your backup?
Yep. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
either
want
of them are going to win.
I want to know
And
who you have winning.
another one too, who I think is going to be second, who I think is really competitive in this race, Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
I think he takes steps up. I think the Celtics, as I said before, they're gonna be the best Eastern Conference regular season team in my opinion.
yeah,
And they have a lot. And he's really good on both ends of the court. But the pick is Joel Embiid.
yeah.
After all the years of finishing second, James Harden I think is going to be a bit better, more chemistry,
Mhm.
and the Sixers are going to be good, especially with the Nets dropping off. I think
I
this
like
is
it.
his year because if not this year, when?
Yeah, man, this guy's just gonna be like a second place all the time. Like if it's not for this year. Strong pick. My sleeper pick this year, I got John Morant.
Sleeper pick.
Yeah, if he makes a bigger improvement from last year, there's no telling what he could do.
He was
with
an
the
MVP
Grizzlies.
candidate before he got injured. So
Yeah, right. So I really hope that they could do stuff. I keep saying this, and I'll continue to say it every episode until it happens. Within the next 5 years. So this is the first year starting the season. The Memphis Grizzlies will win a championship, and you can mark my words. But the MVP I have is a pretty generic answer. Okay. But he's improved a lot already, especially in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right.
Oh man. Ooh.
I'm saying he's winning number 3.
You can't go wrong with that.
I'm saying he's winning number 3, bro. Listen, have you seen all those videos of him and his jumper? It looks clean.
He's looking scary.
Exactly like Chris Middleton's, by the way.
Hey, look, best player on the planet.
Best player on the planet.
Nothing more. Again, if you have any other questions,
yeah, come on now.
I don't know now. I don't know.
Like,
I personally don't understand who you're going to put. The person who got swept in the first round? I don't think so, right?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, look, watch him in the FIBA qualifiers. It's only safe to say that he's going to make another jump in his skill level on the offensive and defensive end this year. He'll get a solid 30, 15, and 6, undoubtedly, in my opinion. plus a steal and a block, possibly even 2. And if that's not MVP worthy, I don't know what is. The only other guy that I could possibly see doing those types of stats is Jokic with like 28, 12, and 12, making up for the lack of defense and steals and stuff like that. But that's what we got for our MVP. And we have just enough time. So let's quickly say who we think are going to be the champs and the finals MVP with very little explanation. Just quick.
All right. The Clippers beat the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals, and Kawhi Leonard wins his Finals MVP, and becomes a top 20 player of all time.
There we go. Okay, I like that. For me, I have Kawhi winning Finals MVP, the Clippers beating the Miami Heat in the Finals for the third year straight. Again, I will continue to say that the Miami Heat will make the Finals. Please, please, please. Okay, they keep letting me down. All my picks just let me down and let me down. Like I'm suffering. But that's who we have for our way too early picks. Let us know your way too early picks. Like I said, you could DM us, email me, do all that. TikTok comments, Instagram comments, YouTube comments, wherever you guys want, man. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and share. That way we can get even bigger than we already are. Hopefully we can get some more growth this year. Help us get to our 100th episode. Hopefully we can have around 200 subscribers by then. We got 21 episodes. That's 21 amazing episodes of content for you guys, just so that you can help us grow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the constant support through the month that we have been gone. We're going to try our best to be more consistent. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you guys stay at. Peace.